on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And she will be evaluated by June. Pilar, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, honored guest, visiting Toastmasters. I would like for you to join me for just a moment of silence, please. I quote, "You were born to be real, not to be perfect." Now, what is your favorite childhood game memory? I think you have many of them, right? My favorite memory was to read poems in front of friends and family. I used to climb on a chair and just offer my presentation. That little girl was so adorable and sweet. She was the center of attention. At that time, I was excited to go and read a poem to children's radio stations. I remember as I arrived, I placed my head close to the door, trying to listen what was going on the other side. Suddenly, my heart was racing. I began to sweat. I felt like my head was spinning. I froze at the door. Never again get up on a small chair and speak. Later at school, every time a teacher asked a question for me to answer, my heart started racing, my face turned red, and I felt like water was running down from my forehead. Fast forward, I moved to Argentina. My challenge to go to a place where nobody knew me, thinking that it will be easier to hide my insecurities, was wrong. From my city in Chile to Argentina was an overnight trip. When I arrived to the hotel room and I find myself just with my suitcase, I broke down to cry like baby. I felt scared. I want to go back home. I threw myself on the bed and I screamed and cried until I fall asleep. Next day I said, "Self, you can choose between going back home or keep going." I stayed in Argentina. Later, I felt inspired by an idea to illustrate children's universal rights. I wrote down a project with details about how to organize activities for children to draw, paint, or chant. The idea included presenting their hard work on a street walk at National Children's Day. I visited schools and community centers with the invitation to participate in the project. As the community knew the idea, I received an invitation to speak at radio station in town. That was incredible. I felt excited. I will be able to present the project to a large audience. Next day was a disaster. I woke up and my voice totally gone. Yes, I lost my voice. My partner at the time did the presentation. Project was success. A week later, I was able to speak again. Later in life, I moved to United States. New language, feeling inspired by new ideas, but same fear. Public speaking was the monster behind the door, ready to destroy me if I would dare to speak in front of an audience. Deep down, a desire to overcome this fear guided me to search for help. And a friend suggests Toastmasters. I will never forget the first visit to Toastmaster meeting. I felt the support and friendships among the group. I saw the smile on the speaker's face as they were receiving the evaluation from the feedback from the evaluator. Then I realized this is the place where I overcome my fear of public speaking, and I gave my icebreaker. Then I was able to experience this support. Now I know that going through a Toastmaster project, having a mentor who can see what I cannot see, help me to give a speech and clearly present my process of transformation in front of 200 people not long ago. So Toastmaster and public speaking is a never-ending learning experience. And for me, this is the most beautiful new beginning, because that little girl that got stung by and a frost in front of a radio station door now have the opportunity to keep growing and realize their dream. Please put your hand on your chest. Feel your heart beating. Remember, you were born to be real, not to be perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pilar. Our next speaker is Oscar Kalstead. And Oscar's speech is called My Perspective on Mentoring. And it's to support his path in mentoring. Oscar,